Welcome back. Today I want to do an abstract, expressive type of artwork, and let's dive in. Using Procreate app, I'm going to create a new canvas. It's going to be a size of 4,000 by 3,000 pixels at 300 dpi. Let's go and pick, for mark making, I like to start with mark making, which are defining lines, because sometimes have blank page paralysis. So I'm just going to take here, I happen to like this octopus ink brush from the All-Star pack. I'll do a link to that in the description. So let's take some dark line here and change our brush size. Great. And just randomly put some lines in here. It's got a good texture and teeth to it. And let's go add in some other line here as well. Okay, great. We're just going with this and seeing what's going to happen. It's looking very complicated already. So let's see. Okay, let's go change to a different type of brush. Also in the All-Star, let's go with our watercolor. And sticking with the same purpley color, let's just add in, let's get a bigger size here. And let's undo that so it's nice and smooth here. So we're going to add in some watercolor. Just swapping it on. I don't know if fill the whole page or not. Let's do this, and how about we'll switch change the opacity a little bit so it'll be a little lighter. Same color, but lighter. Ooh, look at that. I like how it's blurring out the background here. It's getting a little bit of a wash effect, it looks like. Grabbing some of the blues from our octopus ink color. Okay, so let's go back and grab that color, octopus ink, and stay on low opacity, and let's throw in a little bit more over here. Loving this. Just some blurring and swirling around. Some sort of wet look. I think we're going to accentuate that even more. Let's go to our paints. Our paints here. With Procreate and the painting brush, we can get like turpentine, something. This is going to be pretty, let's change the colors a little bit also. Line up. And see what happens if we start painting with this. Ooh. Okay. So now let's try and grab some colors and make a big blob of mess. Make the brush size a little bit bigger. What I'm going for, that was a nice stroke. Wow. What I'm looking for is textures and some things that look, more complicated. I like this stroke here. Wow, very nice strokes. Look at that. Wow, I'm loving those whites how they pull it in, get a little accent. Right now I'm in the middle of the page, so it's not so much white to pull from, but if I take a lighter color, I pull it in like this, so we can simulate that we've pulled from the page. Looking good. Okay, and now I have, let's go back to a little darker color here, a little blue. Okay, what I'm thinking here is that we have a lot of large shapes now, and I want to go and break that up with some smaller things again. So let's go, a brush I happen to like a lot, the Artistic Brush Library brush set, and the Tarella. So here, this is a really cool brush. I'm going to, do I want is a new layer or not? I don't know. I might, but let's stick on the same layer for now. That first stroke was a little harsh. So let's go like here. Just tapping in gently. Let's go for a lighter color now. A little strong that tap over there, but we'll keep it for now and see what happens. You can see all the layers going on here. Something like complex things going on. But I think we've started to lose our marks, so I'm going to bring them back in again. So let's go take a different brush. From the Giant Abstract, we have this rough pencil brush, which is a pretty cool brush. It's sort of like your H6B, but it's got some, it's a little bit more, as you can see here, it's a little jaggedy. So I like that. Okay, so we're adding in a theme of like these horizontal jaggedy edges things. Let's go and blur it out, smudge it out a little bit. So for my smudging tool, I'm using charcoal block, which I found works really well. And at the full opacity, and just we're gonna go a little bit over things, and it'll blend it into the background just a little bit. Don't want, because maybe this was a little bit strong. I want subtle. You know, I want when it comes to complexity, you want to have things that are not in your face and too obvious. It's gotta be a delicate balance of that you can see it, but subtle that it tickles your brain to say, that's interesting. Right? Let's make my brush just a little bigger. Actually, no, if I make it bigger, I'm going to blow out the background. I want just to mix in the general area. So let's do here a little bit more. In this section, making swirls. Let's blur it out a little bit more some places. It's like playing hide and seek a little bit, this color, this brush stroke. Okay, almost there. Take a disappear a little bit more on this section. Hide. Here it is. Okay. I'm doing the blurring mostly in the same direction, but I think it's good to sometimes switch it up. That way it doesn't have too much of a rhythm, because we're trying to go for a... I don't want too much of a rhythm in the piece. I want more, but a little bit, I don't know, chaotic is the word, but a lot of action and energy. So keep things moving, keeps the direction changing. Okay, just about done with this section. Here we go. Okay, I've still left these big areas that we can see clearly. I've left these areas, but we'll get back and see what we're gonna do with that. Okay, so let's go for a new layer now, and start to layer more textures on it. Another brush I really like to use in the textures brush set is the rectangle, and it's pretty cool. So let's just add in, see what that looks like here. See, because this nice, that's a little strong. Just popping around here in little areas. Okay, and we'll go a little darker, because I feel like there's not, I want more contrast and tonal variety here, so things look a little bit different. That's a little strong, but we'll keep it for now, see what happens, okay? We'll try to balance it out with something. Here, try to put a few here and there. Okay, now one thing about using this brush is that it starts to look a little similar, so let's go and blur out some of those areas so they doesn't look like it's just a stamp, all right? So even though I'm stamping it, I want to try to hide that a little bit and give it some more uniqueness and differentiation each time it's used. So again, using our smudge tool, it does a wonderful job here, just blending into the paper. And again, we're on our own layer. This is its own layer right now. It's not the previous. This is its own layer. But at some point, I might switch it, blend them together, and then we can start to have all the layers interact with each other. It's a little strong over here, so let's do this. Very nice. Okay, I'm liking this. Really nice. I like that these are strong lighter blue lines or like lightning or something going through here. Okay, so let's see what else we can do. Let's up to here and let's go to another brush. Back to our, sorry, the painting brush again, and with a dry brush. Let's make a new layer, because I sort of like what's going on over here so far. Make this large. I'm not erasing, am I? I want to do painting. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Whoa. Okay, very cool. I just want to subtle touches here and there. I like the effect it's giving. The angles are very important, so I'm drawing it different. I'm not doing it again in the always in the same direction. I keep changing it up. Okay, I'll blur a little bit, especially in the top left area, where it feels a little bit too much over there. But for the most part, I'm really liking it. Top right a little bit. Let's go blur, blur, blur. Or smudge, smudge, smudge. Well, gorgeous. Look at that. Really cool. Okay, this is like really amazing. Okay, so like the only thing that really stands out for me still is the that very strong brush stroke right in the middle of our page. So let's see what we can do about that. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to merge everything together, and I'm going to blur it. Let's see what happens now. Okay, very nice. There's one, and the other one was over here a little bit. I want to see this area. Okay, what can we do here? What I'm seeing here is at the very bottom of this picture has a little bit of white area that didn't seem to get addressed. Like the edges need a little bit more work. So let's go and take a darker color, my sample brush over here, and let's go back to turpentine, and let's paint that in here. Let's pick a new layer, and add it in here. Ooh, that's an interesting texture. Very cool. Let's go add a little bit more here, and let's go back to one of our lighter blues, and over here. Very cool. Let's add in here as well. No, almost. Yeah, cool. Nice. I'm loving the texture. Very cool. Okay. Very nice. Okay, and then I said we needed something at the top also. Wait, hold on. Just make this a little subtle, more subtle. And on the top, let's go, let's get what color do we want? Let's get this purple and lighten up just a little, and a little on the warmer side on the top here. I'm not seeing that enough. Let's go make it lighter. Okay. And a little bit, we want to have some balance. So whenever you use a color, you try to have it appear in other places of your composition as well. Otherwise, things start a little bit unbalanced, which, again, is a style. You're totally welcome to do unbalanced things as well. With this much action and chaos and everything going on here, I'm trying to limit to what it's looking like. But here we are. We got this, and it's looking pretty good. So I just want to do a little bit more. I think there's a little bit lacking in the middle here. So let's just create a new layer. Let's merge these layers and then create a new layer. Okay, and let's take something really large here. Actually, let's go back to a Tarello brush. Where was it? Under artistic. There we are. Tarello. And here we are. Oh boy. Maybe that was a little too much. Okay, let's see what I can do here. Since it is its own layer, let's first blend it. I'm going to blend from outside in to reduce it a little bit, and then even actually, let's go to our eraser tool and let's erase a little bit from the middle. Let's make it a little smaller, and just erase a little in the middle. And then we go back to our blending tool, and now we can blend it, and none the wiser. Okay, it'll look Should look pretty fine. There we are. A little more here. How's that? It's like a little puff of smoke or something there. That's pretty cool. Very nice. So I'll get rid of a little bit more here and blend it in. Wow, that's really cool looking. Okay, and maybe I'm gonna press my luck here. Let's do it. Let's go and merge these together and add layer again, and one more of this Tarella over here. Again, we're trying to balance things out. I feel there's a little bit of space over here, so let's go and blur this section. Beautiful. Okay, so this is looking amazing. One thing I like to do, that I like to do for a lot of my pictures, is we're going to add in little water splashes. So let's go to spray paint and flicks, and this is an amazing thing I like to do. So we're going to sample a color. Let's take this color, and then we're going to flick around in that area and make it a little lighter as well. Okay, and now go and blend this in. And since we're on a different layer, we can blend as much as we like. We can erase if we want. Just gives a little bit more texture. Okay, let's go try that again over here. I didn't sample this time, taking a risk, but when you sample, it gives you, it helps bring the piece together by bringing in colors that are similar. Yeah, that's good. Wow, that's a really good look over there. Let's blend that in just a little bit. Yeah, very good. Okay, let's see any other. Let's get some purple. We don't have any purple dots, do we? Here, that's not visible enough. Let's go sample some purple again. Stronger purple, and really, there we are. Nope, not liking that. Here, there, that's a nice purple. Okay, good. Over there, a little over there, and now we'll blend it in. Okay, very nice. Okay, get it. I'm going to blend a lot over here so it's almost erased, but the other areas I'm going to keep. Okay, and now let's do white. Let's blend. Feeling of bubbles or activity in the ocean or whatever we're looking at here. So I blend it out a little bit. I really like it. This could almost be like paint splatters or something. I guess that's what it is. This is the splatter brush. So we're simulating that in our digital world. Okay, very nice. Now what I want to show you now is I'm going to turn off that layer we just added in, and you'll see the difference. See how that's with it off and on. All right, I think it adds a lot to it. So here we are. I think that's looking really good. I'm liking it a lot. And hope you enjoyed this process with me. If you like this and like to see more videos, please remember to subscribe. Help me know that you're enjoying this and encourage me also to make more videos for you. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.